So this is the 6th November 2020 and we are doing the location map box, and I'll show you how it will look in 1 second. Okay, let me show you. I showed you that already on that day, but I'll show you again. So something, when we tried to add location yesterday, we were having this location box only, where I used to put the address, and it was taking in the memory the latitude, longitude, and all the details. But today we'll see, when I change the address, it will show me here on the map also, and I can drag this part anywhere and that address is getting updated. So sometimes the address is not perfect and person can go and exactly mark where he lives or where his business is, and then that address will be updated here in the location, and we can grab the latitude, longitude of that part. So that is the purpose of this today's exercise is. Okay, let me. So for that, let's start doing it. Let me open another editor. So yesterday we did location box. I will be copying some of the code from the location box to make my life easy. If you have written location box, then you can also copy it. Otherwise, you should write down. So many of the things which I will do, are little complicated, and I do not expect you to understand fully those things, but at least you should be able to write them and able to make the functionality as I will be doing. Okay, so if you don't understand any part, don't worry, just write down and use it. Main goal is you should be able to properly do the functionality as I shown just now. That is our main goal. So location map dot, I'll create another one, location map.jsx file. I already have location box. I will be adding location map. Let's create another project 8, and build that there. So we have project 8 now, and I'll copy all the files from project 7 to project 8. Okay, and in the add box, instead of okay, I have location map. Just I'll put location map here, and in the 8, I'll call the location map. From location map, and this location is okay because that part will be the same. Only thing, this part will also be the same. We don't need to change this one. And only thing, instead of location box, I'll call location map. Rest thing I'll keep same as it is for now. Let's see how it looks in the browser now. So okay, let me change the app.js to call project 8, and inside the project 8 I'll change this to location map. Okay, so this is the change I did. And let's go now in my add 1 and 3. Okay. It's taking time. So few functions which I will be writing, they are not what we have done in the React part, because those are actually imported from the normal JavaScript. I just copied from the Google code. So I'll just let you know that this is something from the Google, they provide the Google code they have provided. So I just copied that and I tried to use it in the React. So few things are a little new to you, so that I'll show you. So the main goal will be to complete the task. That's the main thing which we are trying to build. Okay, let's first build the UI on the location map. Okay, let's go. Where is it starting? I don't know what happened this one. Restart, I think. I'm just doing in the command line. Okay, till it comes, we'll start building it. Let's start building it. Okay, I think it has come now. Okay, I'll wait. We'll start building it, and then we'll see. Okay, let's go to the location map. This is where we will be building whole functionality, so that I can import anywhere using this part. I don't have to write it again and again, this code. So once I build this component, I will be using in all my projects where I need this, and I don't need to write this again. So this is the one time work I have to do now today, and then rest will be, we're in project 8. Maybe today it may not get completed, so I'll continue on next day also, that is Monday. So right now I see only the location map and don't see any functionality. We'll try to build the functionality now. So first thing is, I have this div, main div. I will be getting this the props. So here I will be getting few props like latitude and longitude, and there will be few more which I will be adding. So from the props I will be getting latitude and longitude, and this is something initial value which I have to show the user the map is on. So if I show you my example here, when I refresh the page, I show some location here, this latitude, longitude. This is the address I'm getting initially. So this is optional, but if I get something, I want to show that one, or I can remove this code also. So whenever user come, I will not show this one. I will not show maybe map also. That is my optional what I want to do. So initially I'll get some latitude longitude. So I will call this in the props that initial latitude longitude should be this or X or Y or Z. So for example, in the add I can also pass initial something latitude longitude. So this map will start on this latitude and longitude. It is optional. You can remove this also, and then it will not take that one. Okay, I'll show you that also in a bit. So this is the initial latitude longitude which I am getting. Also, I will get on handle select. So I'll mark it on handle select. I will get options. So let me add the options also. I'll get title. Let me add title also. And value. And I'll get value also. So these 3 days we totally worked on the React part. And this is the location map. So we didn't did the problems, and we also didn't did the object-oriented JavaScript, which we will do next week more. We'll give more time on that also to cover up these 3 days. Okay, so we are getting latitude, longitude, and select option, title, value from here. Add. These things are coming. So first is this div, and I will give this div some key. Okay, some key will be provided to this div, and you can name it anything, this key, and the style of will be okay. Let me only put the key, and I have to concatenate the string here. So to concatenate a string, I can write down in the JavaScript, we do concatenation like this. For example, hello is there, and I can do concatenation with using the plus sign with space, and then I can do plus sign of world. So it will be displaying as hello space world. I can also do, if I have variable called as variable name equal to John, I can do concatenation like hello and then space, and then I can plus name. So this is a variable name which I take from here. So I can say hello John. In ES6, to concatenate like this, we have another method that is called backtick. So I use this backtick, and then I say hello space, and rather than doing the plus sign, I can use the dollar sign, curly bracket, and I put name. So instead of coming out of this quotation, I just put dollar sign and curly bracket name, and then this will display the variable name here. So this is the ES6 way of concatenation. So in the key, I will create a concatenation with different variables. I use backtick, and I will say map container. This is my container, and I will concatenate with latitude, which I am getting here, and I'm also concatenate with the longitude, which I am getting here. Okay, so I'll do the console.log of props. So here I'm getting default latitude and longitude. I'm inside the map container. This is my map container. Okay. This this reference of this key is for the React. It will be not displayed on the browser. Okay. Now I will just put some empty div where I will be putting the things later on. So first div will be here, map will appear here. So here map will come in this div. Second div will be where my location input box will come. So in the input box, I will just show the title here. So there will be label, and I will show the title here, and then my input box will come. So if you see, I am not using this one, what I use in the location box. I use the autocomplete. I'm not using that one here. I just get the input box here. And after input box, I will create another div tag. In this tag, this div tag will also have a label. And here I will put something called as address to, where user will put manually, because he put the address which we got from the Google. But if we want to specify apartment number or building number or something like inside, like apartment number or building number, so this will be the input to. I put a label and then I will put the input box again. So this is the second input box. Okay, so this is the structure which we will be displaying to the user. So something like, so this is the map will come here, then this is the first input box, and this is the second input box will come here. That is what we are going to build. I will be creating a lot of functions here which will help me in doing different things. Let me add the structure of the functions which I will be doing, and then we'll work on it. Next thing which I want to do is this import React I did, and to manipulate the DOM, I will also use one more thing called as React DOM from React DOM. Also, I will add one global Google because I will be using Google functionality, so I need the Google variable which actually comes from this API which we installed it. So in this there is a variable called as Google which I won't need this here. So anything defined here will not be available in my components unless I make it available here in this page. So in this page, in the top line, I have to comment /* I will say global Google. So something which is defined already in this index.html can be accessed. Any variable which is created here, JavaScript variable which is created here, can be accessed by putting global and the variable name in the comment like this. When we put comment like this, the Google which is created inside this JavaScript can be accessed in this file. So I did this /star global Google, and I put the React DOM to manipulate some of the DOM elements in my page. Now I'll be creating the function structure only without writing the body, and we will fill that one by one. Okay, so I'll check. One is the conversion. How the conversion will work, we will see soon. So this is the first function which we have to build. Not this is the first function. This is the function which we have to build in our application. There is another one called as save place. This is another one which we have to build. Next will be init function. Okay, next will be, you don't have to remember these things, just see the video and go on typing it. I will be explaining one by one all the functions. Some are very complex, so just copy them, and if you understand them, then write down. We have show address, so this will be show map. Next function will be, I may not be able to complete the whole today. It may take 3-4 days also, because we have to write so many functions. We have display location. Then we have, and this whole thing is written by me, but I have taken the help of Google code, which Google shared. But I have taken that code and manipulated it myself, which is required for my use case. So you will not get this in internet. This is solely created by me. Then I display the self location. I'll use another one is handle error. And then I will also use another function, initialize. And then another one will be get initial location details. Okay, so these are the functions which we have to build. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 functions we have to build to make this functionality work. If we miss anything, it will break somewhere. So I have this variable here, and now let's start a little bit more. I will create some variables here. Okay, so first variable which I will put here is constant O, set O, and initially it is false. So this O and set O, if you remember yesterday's lecture, we created this for the cross button in the location box. So in the location box, we created this one to display the cross sign. Display this cross sign on the address input box, and that is what we are doing it here again. And here I will also put here also I'll put what you call as object. This is the local variable which will be updated first, and then I will send that variable to backend. There is this is our initial variable which will be built, and then that will be updated in the final version, which will be passed to this add one. There is a slight change here. I call this handle location select here, which will update my form value. So there will be slight change in this one. We can of course do like this also, but for now we will do slight change. We'll send this set form value. We'll send this set form value to the location box. So whatever we are doing here in this handle select box will be done in this location map only. We don't have to do it here. It will be done directly in this location map. Since I'm doing update in the location map, I need the field name which will be updated in this name which should be updated in the location map. So here it is location. So I can say also I will add one more called as field name. So if we have multiple field, we can give field name location 1, location 2, location 3, and this set form value will take this field name and update the values with this key. So here we are getting this name. Same thing, we will be updating in the location map using this field name. So for example, if I want to have location 2 here, so I'll pass location 2 here, so that location 2 will be updated. But right now, since we are location, so we have to update with location here. We don't need value here because that will be taken care of directly there. Because based on this latitude longitude, we'll be displaying it. So maybe we need this. I don't know right now. Let it keep it like this, but we don't need this one. Let's keep this here. So I need set form value, and we will add this set form value here. And we also get field name, which will be going here as a field name. Okay. Let's try to build now here this one. Okay, let's do this one. So I created two sets of variable. One will be the for cross button, and one will be the object which will be setting it. And this object will be like something like I need location. This is nothing but the address which user puts in the text box. Then we have location 2. So don't mix this location with this location. So I know you will get mixed up with this location with that location. So I will rename this to data, and I'll change this to data rather than location, so that you should not confuse with this location is something called as kind of address which you see this box. So I just named this as a location, but this is the address 1. So this is kind of address 1, and this is the address 2. Okay. I'll keep address 1 and 2, otherwise you will get confused with the naming convention. And then I will say, so whatever user will choose the address. I want the latitude of that address. I want longitude of that address. I want formatted address. Then I need city. I need county. I need state. I need country. And we will add few more which we added here. For example, street number. Then we have the route. Then we have neighborhood. And this locality is city, state, county, country, postal code. And then lastly we will have postal code suffix. So this is the initial object which will be updated when user will change the map or user will update the address. So this is the initial. I just created the empty one for me. I will also need use reference, two of the use reference. Input reference, one is input reference. I'll be using it, I'll show you where. Ref. Then I have another one, input location ref. So these are the two references I need. One is the input location ref, input ref. And this input ref, I will apply it to this map div. This is the map div. I will apply this ref to this div. So whenever I want to manipulate this map div, I can use this input ref for this map one. And second one ref which I created, I will apply this to this input box, the first input box. Okay, so one ref will be applied to map to manipulate the map. Second one will be applied to the input box, the one which I need for manipulation for showing the address. I will add some more parameters here. For example, I'll say ID is equal to let long. This I will change it. I may keep it same. If I have only one map, if I have multiple map, I can change this. But right now I will not put more than one. It will become too heavy for the page. So ID, this map will be one on the page, and so ID let long is fine. And I will put the key equal to. So this key should also be unique, like I created this key. So I'll copy it and I'll put something different. So here I will say map latitude and longitude. Just I created this key. You can put anything. It's not, but it should be something unique based on the latitude and longitude. Then I have the reference also, ID, key, and I will add more things in it, like I'll put, for example, let me put the style. So map will have the width of 100%, height of, you can give any height. For example, I'm giving 300 pixels for now. Border will be 1 pixel solid black. So this is the style I gave in this one. I will give also style to this div. Style equal to width of 100%. Okay, if I give the style to this and I give the style to this map, which will come here. Let's see how it looks. So this is my project one. Add page map will come here. I just created the empty div kind of thing, and we have title and text box one. This is address 2 like this, and this is the second address 2. So just making the structure now. Okay, let's try to give something here, this styling to this one. So this div will have, we can create separate class also, but right now I'm doing this. Then I can export everything to class after I'm done. Not today, just whenever I like. The position will be relative. So I give just margin and position is relative. Okay, let's put the styling to label now. So font size will be, for example, I can skip this, but then it will not look what I showed you. So title, and the title will be actually coming from the previous page. So it is the title. And here title I can say, I pass the title as find my location, but here I will change the title to this one. I can say location, find location on app. Okay, so this will be my title, which will come here. Then this one, I start with this input box. This input box will have reference, and maybe I can give the name of location. And more things I will add later. Maybe I can add placeholder. I can pass this placeholder from the previous page. Right now I keep it hard-coded, then I'll pass it from the previous page. Let's put some styling. Width will be 8%. Height will be 50 pixel. Background will be let's make the background F4, F6, F8. Then I'll add more border radius. 5 pixel. Padding of 12 pixel. Okay, I could give some styling. This input box will be having the type equal to text. So value will be here. Value will be equal to. So this one will be this one, the address one. So I can say value will be object dot look address one. So value will be this. Since I have the value, I will just put on change behavior also. So I will write the arrow function here. So on change of this, I will say whenever I change the text, I will set object, this set object, this set object. Set object, so since I put address 1, I will change the name to address 1 here. So in the set object, I will take the previous object. I can do multiple ways as I have done previously. I can write arrow function inside it, but right now I'm just doing quickly. I'll take the object which is there, and I'll take the name which I am updating, e.target.name, and I'll put the value e.target.value. So I can do multiple ways of set object. Right now I put this, and I can do arrow function inside also. I can do multiple things here. And I'll also make this O part. So if I have some value, I want the set O to become true, and if I don't have the value, I'll make set O to false, so that I can, based on the value, I can show the cross button at the end of the text box. So that is the purpose of putting it here like this. So we have map here, we have the location. Let's enter address 1. So we fill the first part, this part, and if I change it, I'm updating I'm updating this one, set object, this part. So let's see what happens after I change it. Okay, so I'll go to the console.log. So as soon as I change it, the object is updating address 1 with this one. Though we have to use Google autocomplete, but right now I just build it, and now I will tie this to Google autocomplete so that I can type and get the address from the Google autocomplete. Okay, so we have this done. Let me see if I missed something. Address 1. Okay, let's go with this part now. So this one will have a style of margin top 20 pixel, and then we have the label. Let's put some styling here also. Bold, I'll make bold. Okay, let's see. This become bold here, and I'll put something here on this input box. This input box is address to apartment number and all kind of thing. So I'll put some name kind of address to, ID of address to. On change of this one, I'll write arrow function. I'll get E as an input, and then I'll say set object. I'll put the curly bracket. I'll take the previous object which we have, and I'll say e.target.name equal to e.target.value. Same thing what we did previously. And I'll put a placeholder enter address to like apartment number, building number, or suite number, anything you can put. I'll give some styling to this one. So in styling you see there are two curly brackets starting and two curly bracket ending. I'll say width of 100%, height of 50 pixel, background will be white, so I'll put #FFF. Border will be solid black. Border radius will be 5 pixel. Padding will be 12 pixel. And this will have the type of text and value of object.address2. Okay, so this is something we built. Okay, something we got this, and let's put the margin bottom here. I put margin top. Let's put bottom also. So that I should have space between address2 and submit. Okay, so this is the looks will come when we try to add it. If you feel this 300 is too big, we can reduce to, let's put 250. So we have little smaller height map. Okay, now this part is done. Let's go further now. So this UI part is done. Creation of variable is done. Now let's call these functions one by one. So whenever we pass this latitude, longitude, we pass it from the previous page, and we have that latitude, longitude here. And based on this latitude, longitude, I will do something now. So I will use the React use effect. And I call this React use effect. Let's call this only one time when the component load. And here I will say I am console.log. I am loaded once. So when the component load, I call this React use effect. So let's refresh it. I'm loaded once. Okay. Since I want to show the map with initial this latitude, longitude, I can pass this here in this my use effect and use that. But that part I'll do in a bit. First I will think that I don't have this latitude, longitude. I'll go without that. So what I will do first, I will call initialize function. The initialize function is this one. I will call this initialize function. I will also call init function, that is this init function. and I will also call get initial local details, this one. Now we have to fill each one and see what things are going inside each one. Let's talk about the initialize first. Since I put initialize, let's do the initialize one first. This initialize one will need this input reference. So I'll put the input reference as the first one. Since we have to update this object, so we need the set object also in this my initial function. And I also need this latitude, longitude, initial latitude, longitude, but since I'm not using it, I will do it in some time, maybe today or tomorrow or on Monday. But I need that also. So I also need to pass the latitude, which I will add later, longitude, which I'm getting this one, which I also add later, and I also need seto, because when something is there in the address, I need to make this seto true so that user can see the cross button. So these three things I will add later in my function. But right now, let me play with these two only. Okay, let's go to initialize, and I will put same thing. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, so for today, this is the sufficient. You can build this part till whatever I have built, and then we'll continue on Monday. I'll just go through slowly so that you can go through the end of the video and copy the details which I have. So these are the functions which I built, and this is the location map started, and we have this initial field, input reference, location reference, we have use effect. So we'll continue this with next time, and you try to finish this UI and check if the UI is looking same as what I have built here like this. And we will be continuing this on Monday. Is this okay?